Hello and welcome. My name is Meryl and I'm a yoga and meditation tutor. Thank you for joining today's class. In today's class, we're going to be doing a pranayama or yogic breathing practice called Nadi Shodhana or alternate nostril breathing. And for our meditation practice, we'll be doing a classic mindfulness practice. So to start the class with our pranayama, our breathing, I'd like you to now find a comfortable position for yourselves. Somewhere that you can sit still and be comfortable for the next 5 minutes or so. If seated on the floor in Sukhasana or half lotus or full lotus is not appropriate for you, then please feel free to sit in a chair. It's most important that you feel comfortable and, as I say, that you can be still. So we're going to begin our practice with 3 breaths together. Just simple inhale and exhale through the nose if that's comfortable for you. I will then run you through a couple of rounds of the pranayama practice. And then I'll give you time to practice on your own. At the end of the 5 minutes, I will ring a bell to indicate that the practice is over. So when you're ready, if you're seated on the floor, cross-legged, or in half lotus or full lotus, perhaps you'd like to put the backs of the hands on your knees. And if you're seated in a chair, again, just put the backs of the hands on the knees. And just rolling the shoulders back and down, having the chest nice and open, a nice upright and supported spine. And then closing the eyes very gently. And before we start our practice, perhaps taking a few moments to give thanks to the network of support that allowed you to be here today. So we'll start with our 3 breaths together. So when you're ready, taking a deep inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. So now beginning the pranayama practice of alternate nostril breathing or Nadi Shodhana. Gently closing off the right hand nostril and breathing in through the left. And closing the left and breathing out through the right. Inhaling through the right. Closing the right, breathing out through the left. Breathing in through the left. Closing the left, breathing out through the right. Breathing in through the right. Closing the right, breathing out through the left. So carrying on at your own pace then now. If you're in any way congested, feel free to just imagine the breath traveling up and down the left and right hand nostrils. Remember deep, full breaths in on the inhale, and nice, slow, long breaths out on the exhale, completely expelling all of the used air from the lungs. keeping the breath in the center of your concentration. The beauty of the Nadi Shodhana practice is it balances both sides of the brain to help us feel calmer and more grounded. So coming towards the end of the practice then now, the next time you breathe out through the left-hand nostril, let that be the last breath of the practice for you. When you've done that breath, just bringing the backs of the hands to the knees once again, and gently and slowly lowering the chin down towards the chest. Trying to keep the back nice and long, the chest open, try not to round the shoulders. And return to your normal breath. And just sense the support from within and from below. And gently bringing the chin back up and the head back up to the neutral position. And either stay with the eyes closed, or if you'd like to, just blink them open, very slowly, very gently. And we'll now move into our mindfulness meditation practice. So for this practice, you can either sit upright or you can lay down on the floor, whichever feels most comfortable for you. So I'll give you a moment or two to get settled into the position that you would like to be in. If you're doing the practice in a seated position, just have the backs of the hands resting on the knees. And if you're doing this in a lying down position, coming into Shavasana, bringing the feet to the edges of the mat, and taking the arms a little way away from the body with the palms facing up. Please make sure that you are comfortable. So once you're either sitting or lying down comfortably, just take a moment or two to settle the body. And beginning this exercise with the eyes open, looking forward or upwards, not staring at any one particular point. Just a soft gaze, but just aware of the space around you. And maintaining that very soft gaze or focus, just take a couple of deep breaths, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And on the exhale, just imagine any tensions that you're holding, any negative emotions, just leaving the body with that breath. And remember, as you breathe in through the nose, the focus is on the chest expanding, the lungs filling with air. And as you breathe out, just noticing how the muscles in the body soften with each exhalation. And with the next out breath, just gently closing the eyes. Maybe focusing the gaze on the brow center. And allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm, in and out through the nose. And now just feeling the weight of the body. Becoming more aware of the contact between the body and the floor or the chair beneath you. Perhaps sensing the feet or the knees on the floor. And feeling the weight of the hands and the arms, either resting on the legs or at the side of the body. And at the same time, just starting to notice a bit more about the space around you, keeping your eyes closed. Sensing the walls and the ceiling. And beginning to notice any sounds. Those very close, but also those a little further away. Noticing any smells. And connecting with the universe and the energy around you. And then bringing the attention back to the body. And just checking in and noticing how the body feels right now in this moment. Just getting a general sense to begin with. Whether there's a feeling of heaviness or lightness in the body. A sense of stillness or restlessness. And now, in your own time, starting at the top of your head, just gently beginning to scan down through the body, from head to toes. Starting to become more aware of which parts of the body feel comfortable and relaxed, and which parts might be holding a little bit of tension or tightness. Don't try and change anything. Just build up a picture of how the body feels in this moment. Remember, if the mind wanders off at any stage, just gently bringing it back to those physical sensations as you scan down towards your toes. And as you scan down, just becoming more aware of your underlying mood and the emotional quality of your mind. Basically, just noticing if there are any strong emotions around right now. Again, don't try and change anything. Just notice how you're feeling in this present moment. And now starting to become more familiar with the rhythm and the feeling of the breath in the body. As the body breathes, it creates a rising and falling sensation, be it in the stomach, the chest, around the diaphragm. Or perhaps you may feel the breath more at the nostrils. Wherever it is, just starting to become more aware of that rising and falling sensation. The inhale and the exhale. And if you find that it helps, you can start to silently count the breaths as they pass. 1 with the rise, 2 with the fall. Just up to a count of 10. And when you get to 10, you can stop and start again at 1. So maybe just trying that now for the next few minutes. Remember, each time you realize the mind has wandered off, that's not a problem. Just gently bringing the attention back again, the physical sensation, the rising and falling sensations of the breath, or noticing the breath at the nostrils. And just for a moment then now, letting go of any focus at all. So you don't even have to focus on the breath now. Just for 10 seconds or so, just let the mind do whatever it wants to do. If it wants to think, let it think. No effort, no control. Just let the mind do whatever it wants to do. And then just very gently and slowly bringing the attention back to your body, back to those physical sensations, the contact between the body and the floor or the chair, the feet or knees, the hands and the arms. And remaining with the eyes closed as you just start once again to now sense the four walls, the ceiling. The sounds near and far. Any smells. Your connection to the universe around you, the energy around you. And in your own time, when you're ready, just gently opening the eyes. If you're lying down, then now, if you'd like to roll over onto the right-hand side of the body, just resting there for a few moments. And on an inhale, if you're lying down, just slowly pushing up to a seated position. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's session, and I hope to see you again soon. Honour your mind, your heart, and your body with deep respect, gratitude, and love. Namaste. Thank you.